Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream here for today. Hope you guys are doing good. Glad to have everybody here. Let's go ahead and see who we got here in the chat for today. We got ourselves Prepper, we got ourselves Mary, we have Finn, we have Andy. Let's see here. We have Tempest, we have Mary. I think I already said Mary. We have Pete here. We have let's see here. Who else we got? We have Sandy, we have Kala, we have Linda, we have let's see, Tashmed, I think that's your name. Poland, Nico, we have Enlightened. What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing good. Glad to have you here. Jenny's here. What's up, Jenny? Mark's here. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing good out there. Let's go ahead and hop our way over here to the tropics and stuff like that, y'all. If you're wondering why I'm looking up, if you guys would have looked at my my overall view on the community page, you guys would see why I'm looking up. Because I ended up replacing my monitors. Got a whole bunch of, got 4 panels here, which is pretty cool. Anyways, what's up, Cream Carn? Hope you're doing. I haven't seen you in a while, dude. Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. But I don't know if you guys have heard this news or not. The Hurricanes hunters are actually currently in the storm here at the moment. They just flew through the center here, and apparently the winds are pretty daggone strong. Let's see here. Yeah, the winds are like, oh, there we go, peaking up at 145 knots, which would be equivalent to 166 miles per hour. 166 miles per hour, according to the Recon mission that just flew into it. You can see it right there. It's peaking at 145 knots. This is the surface winds, which is ridiculous, which is really crazy. And the pressure apparently is recorded down to be in like the 920s. As of the last hurricane update we got ourselves here. Let's see here. They have it right now currently at Cat 4 with 953 millibars and 130 sustained right now. So, big difference. Big difference from what the hurricane hunters actually found out there. They found out that the system is actually a little bit stronger, potentially. What I mean by a little bit is almost like, what was that, 35 mile an hour stronger, according to according to Recon? Which, that is, yeah, that is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, look at the eye of this thing here. So that's the path of the hurricane hunters in which they flew into it. Let's see here. I'm actually going to bring up my pen. Yeah, but literally, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Here, we're going to bring you guys over here. Here we go. Should pull up my pen now. Fiddle. Oh, it's hidden. It's hidden from me. Here we go. But yeah, no, they flew right through the eye, and then they went around, and now they're somewhat on the northeast quadrant of the storm right now. Like I said, they just dropped some dropsondes. They dropped some dropsondes to see what was going on with it. Here's the current. Yeah, look at this thing. This thing's an absolute monster here. You can see this thing's been whipping like crazy here recently. I mean, this thing is definitely a beast of a storm. Let's see. Terry says hello from the thumb of Michigan. What's up, Terry? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Devin says I love watching you. Love watching all weather on YouTube. Let's see here. For military. Yeah. I'm trying to keep that. Trying to keep it just to the weather, but I understand. I appreciate it, man. Let's see here. Clean, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Logan says well-defined eye. Yes, it really is. This thing, like I said, is a beast. Remember what I don't know if you guys were here or not on my last live stream. I was mentioning here, this was earlier this morning, and I was mentioning how the storm here would probably have a symmetrical eye at the point. I don't know if you guys, does any of you guys remember that? I mentioned that earlier, and it looks like that is the case. This thing was undergoing some rapid strengthening. Like I said, I'm really curious to see what the Hurricane Center is going to update this thing to. I think it's, let's see, yeah, they should update it soon, potentially. I think it's right around 8 o'clock is when they're going to update it. Anyways, but I'm going to take you guys over here to the cone. Here's the current cone on the storm right now. Obviously, yeah, this thing is a Cat 4 from the last we heard from it. Sustained winds of 130. Obviously, gust is not 0 miles an hour. The gust is obviously higher. But overall, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a pretty big beast. I said 953 millibars here overall, which that is some pretty low pressure. Like I said, obviously we just had the Recon roll through, and they said that it possibly is even lower than that, maybe even into the upper 920s, over lower 930s potentially. But this thing is now forecasted to be a Cat 5 by the morning, which honestly I think it's already a Cat 5. If that information validates itself, if that comes through as valid from the hurricane hunters, absolutely. I personally do think this thing's a Cat 5 right now. I do. I mean, this thing is a beast. From like I said, once again, from the data we've collected from this guy. Yeah, like I said, with that latest hurricane hunters, they flew into it here just now. Like I said, we're talking 145 knots. There, it's sea surface winds. They flew into it and they measured 145 knots worth of winds. And the conversion of 145 knots, 2 miles an hour, is 166. And the Saffir-Simpson scale counts a Category 5, basically to be 157 mile an hour sustained and higher. So, if this is accurate, like I said, if this pulls through, this 100% would be a Cat 5. Actually, not just a low-end Cat 5, kind of a middle-end Cat 5, which is interesting. No, this is not going to hit West Virginia. More than likely, I mean, even if it gets close to West Virginia, it's not going to have really much problems. Nothing more than just rain overall. But anyways, we're going to take you guys over here to the models. I'm sure that's what you guys are obviously interested in. We're going to go ahead and bring you all over here. We just had a new GFS come through. The new GFS model just finally came through, so we'll get some new information coming through. So let's go ahead and hop y'all over here to the models here. So first stop, we're going to start up with the GFS. If you guys want to follow along in time here, the time is, like I said, obviously right here in the top left. So if you guys want to follow along with that time, it's in Eastern time, by the way, for the people who's wondering the time zone. This is in the Eastern time zone. But anyways, but yeah, there's Lee right there. That's Hurricane Lee. We got another system out there to the east. I think the name, what was the name of it? Margot? Is it Margot? It's not right, is it? How do you say that? Does anyone know how you say that? Margot? I was going to say Margaret, but that doesn't sound like Margaret. Anyways. But yeah, no, we got another system out there. Let's go and hop back to the models. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying though, we have two systems now. One of them is expected to, the back one is expected to turn into a Category 1 hurricane at some point. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. But in terms of the GFS, this thing tracks its way up here to the northwest. Let's see here, Margot. Okay. Okay, everybody's sitting there. All right, I appreciate it, y'all. It's Margot. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, we track our way down in time here. This is a new GFS model. Obviously, once this thing passes just north of the Lesser Antilles, we're talking the pressure really low according to the GFS model. 936 millibars, which is, like I said, very low pressure. We got that high pressure ridge out there kind of in the north central Atlantic. Also a little bit of a ridge action going on here in the central eastern sides of Canada. Eventually, this will track its way here continuously to the west, or to the east here. According to the GFS, like I said, it does pull to the north here. It starts that northerly motion here kind of right around September 13th, which obviously, like I said, that's still 6 days away. There's still a lot of things that can change with this overall. But like I said, I mean, this thing is definitely quite a beast. But according to the GFS model, like I said, we obviously have this ridge. We have this high pressure that's going to be in place across like the Ohio Valley portions here of the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, which, this should deflect it possibly out to sea. I mean, regardless, according to the model, it gets a little close for comfort to the land there. I mean, look at that. It's really just literally right off the coast of Massachusetts. But once again, this is for September 15th, y'all. This is several days out, which, definitely is bound to change here overall. But yeah, so this thing works its way up here, obviously gets, eventually caught up in the Arctic Circle according to the GFS. Anyways, but that's that. That's the GFS model. The latest European model, the 12 Zulu run. European model, oh wow. I didn't even look at this yet, but apparently the European model does not like the Northeast. Remember, like I said, a little disclaimer, you guys, this thing is a little bit out, okay, a little far out here. Once again, this is September 16th, which is, definitely a little ways away. But apparently, yeah, according to this model, it really doesn't like the Northeast there. Which, like I said, if that actually played out to be the case, that would not be very friendly. That would not be really good. Let's see here. From Florida, hoping it stays away from all land. Yeah, I hear you. Me too. See, Lisa says, looks like a huge system. It is a big boy. That's for sure. Lee is a big boy. It's supposed to be. It actually currently is, like I was saying right now. Look at it. Thing's a beast right now, even. I mean, look at that. You see how much that, if you look in the beginning, you see like this rocket of just convection just spin around the center. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's see here. As a New Yorker, should I prepare? Not yet. Like I said, obviously not yet. If you live across the coastline, though, like I said, there's going to be the shot for the possibility of some rip currents. I mean, like, almost the whole entire U.S. East Coast is going to feel the possibility of some rip currents out here. Which, obviously, yeah, if you're on the coastline, obviously, you know, if you're planning any beach trips or anything like that, it would probably be, you know, it would probably be a good thing to, you know, just be aware of the rip current concern. Bigger waves does not always mean it's the best for surfing, which, I mean, obviously, yeah, surfing, if you're going surfing, you obviously love the big waves, but if you know surfing as well, you probably heard of rip currents, and they are not something to mess with, okay? Just because there's bigger waves does not mean you should go out in all of that water, okay? Let's see here. Will it be weak when it's over Maine? Probably. Like I said, it's not for sure going to, you know, go over Maine. Like I said, the GFS model keeps it away from Maine, but like I said, the European model has it getting a little bit closer, going right over Maine according to the European model. CMC, yeah, CMC kind of agrees with the GFS, actually. This is another model. The CMC, yeah, does agree with the GFS and kind of keeps this thing away from the U.S., but here's a problem. Here's a problem, though. Let's see. The problem with the CMC model is the fact it has it right next to Bermuda. And like I said, Bermuda's got to obviously monitor the situation, too. That little blue dot I just put there, that's Bermuda. So you can see, yeah, this thing gets a little close to Bermuda according to the CMC model, which obviously, like I said, let's hope that's not the case overall. So the bottom line is the verdict. It definitely looks like the system is going to pull to the north at some degree. Obviously, like I said, for the people who lives across Florida, and you know some of those areas near the Carolinas, the odds of landfall is very low. So you guys, like I said, right now, I think you all are relatively fine for the most part. But like I said, if you're there towards the coastlines, I would highly consider watching this. Okay. Even the coastlines for Florida and the Carolinas, you know, like I said, there's a big shot for some, you know, there's a big shot for some problems with, you know, surges, or not necessarily surges, but, you know, like I was saying, rip currents and stuff. Overall, that's going to be a problem. Let's see here. Heavy Gun says go surfing inside Hurricane Lee. Probably not a good idea. Probably not a good idea. Like I said, there's that shot for, like I said, rip currents, which is definitely something you don't want to be out in overall. Let's see here. Will Connecticut get winds? Depending on its track, possibly. Like I said, once again, if this thing gets close to if it gets close to the northeast, then more than likely you will. But like I said, that's still not known at this moment right now. Have I moved today / recently? No. I'm moving a month from today though. Moving in with my brother down in Florida. He lives in Florida. I'm moving in with him. Let's see here. But what's up, everybody? Hope all the new people, hope y'all are doing good. Glad to have you all here. But anyways, but yeah, no, the models are, like I said, definitely looks like a northern approach is the expected path on this guy. Even the spaghetti models, here, I'll go ahead and full screen this for you guys. Even the spaghetti models are agreeing with this. And you can see how we're going to see gradual northwest movement here. Gradual movement to the northwest. The good news is this is not going to make landfall at the Lesser Antilles or Puerto Rico. You guys are good in regarding to direct landfall. However, like I said, those rip currents, I mean, this guy is passing right next to y'all. You know, I wouldn't even say it's impossible for a couple of those outer bands to get near these regions here at some point. But like I was saying, though, you know, direct landfall, not expected at all, which is good. But like I said, you know, in terms of swelling, you know, obviously surges, possibly mild surging could be a concern for, you know, some of those regions, like I said, Puerto Rico and the northern Lesser Antilles here. But like I was saying, though, in terms of the track, I mean, obviously models are very well agreeing on the fact that this thing's going to continue northwest for the next several days, and then pull to the north. Which obviously, like I said, a lot of the models have been talking about that for the last several days. It seems like that is a more than likely scenario at this point now. Look at that, 936. Holy cow, dude. Let's see, did they update the Hurricane Center? Not yet. Okay, we're going to change my banner here, since this was confirmed at 936. Last update was 953. And that was a Cat 4 at sustained winds of 130. Holy cow. Yeah, if that's the case, that would be a beast. The last update was at 5 p.m. AST, so this was, yeah, 3 hours ago. Yeah, they should have the update here soon. Let's see here, spaghetti models. Yeah. Gotta love them spaghetti models, man. Anyways, but in terms of the spaghetti models as well, back over in terms of the intensity guidance, I mean, look at this thing. The intensity guidance is quite nuts. I mean, some of the models has this thing. See, some of the models has this thing peaking up over 155 knots, which, like I said, obviously that's kind of an outcast considering that, you know, that's like the top model, but the majority of the models, yeah, definitely has this thing riding pretty daggone strong for a while. I mean, this thing's gonna be, you know, this thing's gonna be a major hurricane, Cat 3 plus, for probably at least the next 5 to 7 days. So yeah, I hope it peaks and tears itself apart. That would be nice. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. I hope it does that as well for the, you know, for the sake of it. Here's the ensembles. Some more. Let's see. This is for the GEPS model. The ensembles, once again, continued northwestern track, changing to the northeast. A couple of them do get close to the U.S. northeast coast, which let's hope that doesn't happen. But also a couple of models pulls way out to the east, according to some of these ensembles, which is crazy. Let's see here. See, Heavy Gun says it's probably Cat 5 right now. I think it possibly is. I mean, considering that big pressure drop and everything like that, heck yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Would not be surprised. I mean, like I said, we also had that the Recon. What I was talking about is the Recon. They flew into it, and the winds peaked right at 145 knots. That's not miles an hour. That's knots. And like I said, the conversion to knots here. Let's see here. Do I still have that page up? Oh yeah, I do. So yeah, 145 knots to miles an hour is 166 miles per hour. And like I said, to be classified as a Cat 5, has to have sustained winds of at least 157. So, yeah, and the big pressure drop now down to 936. It's like, yeah, there's a good shot right now, y'all. This thing is a Cat 5. There's actually a really good potential on it that this thing is a Category 5 hurricane. Listen, it's, you know, the latest forecast here. I'm going to bring you guys back over to the cone. Latest forecast over here for the guy has this thing turning Cat 5 as early as tomorrow morning. And like I said, I personally, like I was saying, personally think this thing is a Category 5 right now, you know, considering that information we just got in. But the last official update from the Hurricane Center had this guy at a sustained winds of 130. Obviously, gusts are a little higher than 0 miles an hour, I can assure you that. Probably the range of around, you know, 150 or so in terms of wind gusts. Maybe even higher than that. Let's say minimum pressure is 953 according to the last update here from the, you know, from the National Hurricane Center. But like I said, on the cone here, they have this thing, you know, making landfall here. Or sorry, not making landfall. I was gonna say morningfall or nightfall. Sorry, nightfall to be right around, you know, 160, which obviously it's night now, but right around 160 with gusts up to a whopping 195, which is definitely crazy. Let's see here. Yeah, look at this. Forecasted tomorrow afternoon, we're talking sustained winds of 165 with gusts getting up to 200 miles an hour. Holy cow. That is crazy. Let's see here. TRG says, just joining with the Recon find. So the Recon, yeah, I'm going to show you. Yeah, the Recon found that those winds up there, 145 knots, which is equivalent to, like I said, 145 is equivalent to 166, which is crazy. Crazy, if that's the actual case. Let's see here. Jenny, coming in with the support. Thank you so much, Jenny, for the $1.50. Greatly appreciated. You did not have to do that, Jenny. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Jenny. But yeah, like I was saying, though, if that's the case, this thing would be a Cat 5. Let's see here. Say you're the worst weatherman, JK. You're the best. Very knowledgeable, says Leon. I was about to say, what did I do? Let's see here. Got braces. That's nice, Cyclones. Nice. Let's see here. Yeah, once again, Jenny, thank you so much. See, this hurricane's a beast, though. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. Like I said, I mean, even just look at the satellites, pretty obvious to tell this thing's a beast. I wonder if they're going to fly. I mean, obviously they're going to turn around and fly back into it. They're not just going to go with one scan. So let's go and hop you guys back over here to the satellite view. I mean, this thing has a very symmetrical eye at this point right now. I mean, this thing's like crazy. Let's see, New England under threat. Some models supported getting near there, but it's also in the extended range. So, like I said, it's a little too early to tell. It's a little too early to tell. But anyways, but yeah, no, that eye is, I mean, absolutely perfect. It's a perfect circle. Literally, it's like symmetrical right now. You can see just these big waves of convection. Here, look at this right here. Boom. See that big turn of convection there? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And like I said, you can obviously tell that, this thing's very healthy, considering the fact that, we have some pretty good venting happening in the upper atmosphere, as well as, obviously this very strong convection all in the center. I mean, like I said, this guy is just blown up in intensity. Let's see here. Landfall in New York. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know yet. We don't know yet if it's going to even make landfall in the U.S. or not. Like I said, some models, we'll go and hop you guys back over to the models. Some models have it getting close to those areas, but other models have it going out to sea. Let's go and bring you guys a little bit closer to this. We'll go ahead and fit this to the screen for y'all. So if you want to follow along with the time, it's the times in the top left here. But like I was saying, yeah, down here, this is Lee. This is Margot. Or was it Margot? Yeah, Margot. We track our way down in time here, obviously, so we work our way to September 11th, right in the morning here. And we're talking just north of the Lesser Antilles. The GFS has this thing pretty daggone strong still. Likely Cat 3, or sorry, likely Cat 4. At this point of according to the GFS. Then right around September 13th, we start getting a lot of northerly motion because it looks like, according to these models here, let's show you guys. Yeah, it looks like according to these models, at this point being, we're going to start to get some wind shear to start tracking its way up here to the northeast. So we're starting to get like a little bit of a jet of winds that, it's going to start actually sucking this thing up to the north, essentially. Start dragging it up here to the north. Then obviously it's going to be running into probably a bit of strong winds overall, as we have the big jet stream just dipping down and going right over the left-hand side of the storm here overall. And then of course we have, like I said, the moisture supply. Also at this point there could be a bit of dry air infiltration. You can kind of see as it works its way up there. I mean, this thing could just be pulling in a bunch of dry air, which would obviously rapidly weaken it. But anytime soon, I mean, there's nothing limiting this storm right now. I mean, like I said, literally we have a lot of moisture. The system's set to grow even bigger than what it is right now. Let's see here. It seems like it'll hit Maine on some models. Some models show it getting close. Like I said, here's the latest GFS. You can see the GFS model, the newest one. Once again, this is very far out. Like I said, obviously this is for September 16th, which is like literally 9 days away. So it's very difficult to forecast this far. But like I said, yep, definitely, overall, kind of tracks just east of the northeast here for the most part. Doing here. Whenever it comes to the ECMWF, overall, the European model, so this is the one that actually pulls it in a little close and pretty much goes right over Maine, according to this model. Now, once again, this is not the ticket to, freak out in Maine. This is, like I said, literally, this is just one model. This is very far down the line. This will change. This model will definitely change, okay? So just know that. Let's see here. Canada might get hit, says Mary. Yeah, let's hope not. Let's hope nobody gets hit. Like I said, the best case scenario is that this guy tracks its way out to sea. Obviously, Bermuda needs to watch this too, because, this could, depending on how far east it tracks, could cause some problems out there for Bermuda. I mean, like I said, really the U.S. East Coast, I'd say from basically South Carolina and up, should monitor this. I mean, like I said, even in terms of the, the coastlines, like we were talking about, I mean, even if this thing has the best case scenario, overall, say this thing does have the best case scenario and it does track out to sea and does not impact land, like I said, there's going to be tons of rip current problems. Even the Hurricane Center has mentioned that in their last update. Speaking of updates, did they update it yet? They did not. But you can see here, rip currents, let's see. Rip currents and hazards is kind of hard. Oh, you know what? Because I'm not on full screen, that's why. So rip currents and hazardous surf will be spread across the northern Caribbean, as well as affecting the mainland U.S. by Sunday. So we're going to be feeling some big wave. We're going to be seeing some big waves out of this guy, as well as we're going to be telling. Like I said, we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be seeing essentially. Holy cow! Yeah, we're going to essentially be seeing those rip currents too, kind of pulling away there from the coast. Like I said, the wind or the water's either running parallel or away from the coast. Bigger waves and all that stuff. It could be problems. That could be a problem. Could it actually turn and hit Florida, says Christina? I really don't see that happening, personally. I think you're good out there. Like I said, the most I see for you is just those tidal problems across the eastern side of Florida. Obviously for the beaches, you know, along the west side. You know, could obviously deal with a bit of, you know, deal with a little bit of, you know, that surging problem. Not really surging, but, you know, bigger waves, essentially. And even, like I said, there's rip currents overall. Let's see here. Crystal, coming in with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, Crystal. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. It's very sweet of you. Big shout out goes to you, Crystal. Thank you so much. We're going to go and bring you guys over here to the HWRF model. This is known to be one of the crazy models. This FYI. What the heck? Look at that eye, dude. Once again, Crystal, thank you so much for helping us out. Much appreciated. Wow. Yeah, well, my gosh, look at that. Look how crazy. That almost looks like what it is right now. That literally looks like what it is right now. Goodness. Okay. But anyways, yeah, we work our way down in time. It seems like that eye gets absolutely massive as it tracks its way here to the northwest. So there's the Lesser Antilles. This is here for September 9th, right around the afternoon, evening hours here. Let's see. Those winds, according to the HWRF, let's see. Holy cow. So according to the model here, it's showing maximum winds of 136 knots, which would be 156. So that would be right on Cat 5 strength, right on Cat 5 strength. Do you think it'll be in Florida? No. Big Red, I don't think it's going to make landfall in Florida, personally. Yeah, like I said, the models have it pulling north. Pretty much all the models we looked at for the last couple of days has this thing pulling straight to the north. Haven't seen any models hitting Florida, so I think you're good. At least as of now, but yeah. No, I don't see that being the thing. I don't see that being a problem. Once again, the only concerns I think for Florida could be those rip currents and, you know, obviously some higher waves. Yeah, definitely that's a problem. Let's see, HAFS. Now, this is usually a crazy model. Oh my gosh! This model gets down to 900 millibars. The HAFS-A. Once again, this is usually the worst case scenario. Holy cow. So this is right here showing the strongest peak here right around September 8th. Let me look and see those winds. I'm curious. Maximum winds, 178 knots? Are you kidding me? That's sustained winds of 205 miles an hour according to this model. Once again, like I said, this is kind of the worst case scenario model. Holy cow. Dude, imagine if that was actually a thing. 204 sustained, obviously higher gusts, probably near 240. According to the to that model. That's just ridiculous. Now, once again, like I said, once again, don't freak out. That's kind of the worst case scenario model. Holy cow. Do I even want to see the HAFSB? Let's see. 915. Yeah, this one's not at... Oh, yeah, not as crazy, but still showing that pressure get really low. Oh my gosh. So this is showing the peak winds of 170 knots, which is still 195 sustained according to this here, which is crazy. So let's hope that's not the case overall. It's definitely, hope so. That is not the case, because we do not want that. We definitely do not want that. Let's see here. And then you got like the other models like the GFS. Let's see here. Yeah, the GFS is a good one. Very well known. New model run coming through. Yeah, this one's showing pressure getting down here to right around 935. I think is the lowest. 934. This one shows maximum winds of 107 knots. 107 knots here, which let's go and do this conversion. Oh, not 07. 107. Here we go. 123. So that's actually less than, that's actually Cat 3 strength. Let's see here. Cream Karn coming in with a $20 super chat, dude. Thank you so much for that. That is very sweet of you, man. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. That is awesome. Big support coming in from Cream Karn. Thank you so much. Saying, let's see, keep doing what you're doing, bud. You're killing it. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. That is very sweet of you. That is very generous, very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Big shout out goes to y'all. Yeah, definitely, y'all in chat, please give Cream Karn a big thank you for the donation. It's very sweet of you. I appreciate that very much. Let's see. We're gonna hop back, we're gonna hop to ECMWF here. So this is, known to be one of the... Wait, hold on a minute. Did this thing downtrend? Heck yeah, it did. It looks like the ECMWF really downtrended. Am I on the right run? Yeah. It looks less intensive according to the ECMWF. This is the model that was showing it getting down in the low 920s at one point. Let's see here. Shoot, this thing doesn't even... This thing has it maximum at 94 knots. That's like category 2. It's already cat 4, and how... yeah, that's not... Oh my gosh, keep on backing on that. That's not really the case. I don't really trust that overall. Let's see here. I've seen destruction of cat 2, cat 3. Could imagine a cat 5. Yeah, like I said, let's hope that this thing doesn't come near the... Like I said, let's hope that this thing does not come near the coast of the U.S. And like I said, even if it was to come close to the U.S., like I was saying though, the good thing is that this thing would weaken a lot by the time it reaches there. Considering we're going to have stronger upper level winds, start to be a problem. Like I said, as the system, works its way a little bit more to the north here, we're going to get some stronger winds across the atmosphere. That's going to help steer this thing to the north, what we were talking about, which is also going to, help rip apart the storm for the most part. Like I said, even the waters out here. Yeah, even the waters out here in the Atlantic are, obviously from where the storm's at right now, it's very warm. And the storm's like well over here. It's going to track through all these 30+ degrees Celsius waters, and then as it pulls to the north, depending on how close it gets, it's going to be running in the cooler waters, which obviously is going to, stunt its growth. It's going to honestly probably weaken as it, walks into those waters there. Not walks, but drifts. Don't think hurricanes can walk. But as it goes in that area, I mean, we have the Gulf Stream here that's, obviously a little supportive of, some, maybe some little quick development out of it. But, if it gets in this pool of 20s, basically 26 and less overall, that's that. Let's see here. Coming in with the support, we have Ariana. Thank you so much for the $3 Venmo. Greatly appreciated. Says, Brett says hello. You never met him, but he loves watching your live streams on hurricanes. Aw, I appreciate that. Ariana, thank you so much for that. That is greatly appreciated. You guys are very sweet. And hello, Brett. Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here, my friend. But yeah, like I said, obviously, as this thing tracks into this region, it's just going to run into cooler waters, which is obviously, 26 degrees Celsius and warmer is the table for tropical cyclones to strengthen and remain their strength. I wouldn't say really too much strengthening, mostly kind of hold itself. And anything lower than that's just too cold for the tropical systems. Let's see here. Any updates on the path? So we are very confident now in the fact, I am very confident now that this system obviously is going to be pulling north. Let's go and bring you all back to the North Atlantic view. We're going to drop y'all back over here. So here's a GFS model. There we go. So, very confident in the fact that this thing's going to pull to the north. Like I said, we're not, for the people who's worried about, landfall in areas like Florida and Georgia, I'd almost say that you're pretty much certainly not going to experience this thing already because, I mean, like all the models we look at here, I mean, if you look at it, here's a GFS working northwest here until September 13th. Then it pulls to the north, obviously. It does pull to the north here overall. Which, like I said, obviously, would be good. Obviously, getting far away from Florida. But like I said, even the pass near or pass out to sea there, this would definitely, essentially allow for a lot of those rip current problems, a lot of those, issues from, surf. I said, do not go surfing out in this. I mean, obviously, I know it's tempting with the big waves and stuff, but rip currents, they're very dangerous, and that'll be a big problem. Be a big problem. As a system, I mean, even being really far away from the coast, it's still going to have some problems, overall. Is there still a chance this thing could impact eastern North Carolina? Like I said, it seems the models pull past North Carolina. The only areas, like I said, if we were to get a U.S. landfall, the more than likelihood it would be somewhere in the northeast. But like I said, obviously, don't freak out because of that. Like I said, we're still literally like 9 days away by the time it even gets up here. So things are going to change. Things are 100% going to change. This does not mean to get, obviously right now, I would say there's no need to prepare for this at the moment, but just keep your eyes on it. That's all we say. That's all we got to say right now. It's just to keep your eyes on it across the U.S. East Coast here overall. But like I said, what we do know for a fact is that, obviously this system, close to the shore or not, this thing's forecasted to pull north just between Bermuda and the U.S. coastline, which obviously, once again, rip currents is a problem. Rip currents is a problem. Let's see here. Azur says, hello, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see. Cream Karn says, gotta show love to the people trying to save lives. I appreciate it, Cream Karn. Once again, that's very sweet of you. Thank you so much for the very generous donation, my friend. Thank you once again. Of course we have another guy out here. You guys are probably noticing, but this one's gonna stay mostly out to sea. I don't see any problems. Don't see any problems. So yeah, I'm not worried about this one. This is let's see, what was that one again? Margot. So is this T silent? I guess. Let's see here. Hurricane Hunter aircraft did a 500-meter free fall, approached the eye wall, basing see our data, dropped 1/4 of a mile very quickly. Wow. Yeah, no, they definitely reported some pretty intense activity. I thought I saw that tab open, but I guess I don't. I'm going. Oh, yep. They're in the kind of north-central side of the storm right now. It's going to bring you all to the full screen real quickly. So they did detect the pressure down to 936 millibars. Thing's an absolute unit. Like I said, yeah, this thing is, obviously they flew into the eye. They dropped a drop sonde in the middle of the eye there. And then they went to the northeast quadrant, and then they turned to the left. So their future path is going to do something like this. Okay, then they're probably going to pull down to the south. And then they may or may not go again, depending on what they're going to do, or depending on the mission and how much fuel they have. They might go either in again, or they might just call it a day. But they usually at least cross into the eye at least twice. At least twice. I would say it's possible they could do it 3 times. Like, so obviously they already went through it once. They're going to turn. They're going to come down here basically just to grab all 4 corners of the storm here. And then, like I said, this is the deciding point if they're going to go it again, if they're going to go back home. But, more than likely they'll probably go back home personally. That's what I think. But regardless, yeah, this thing has been undergoing some rapid intensification. I mean, like I said, literally earlier, this thing was down, was it 953 millibars? And the new update has it down to 936. I mean, this thing developed its eye today. And it's already, like, a massive beast. I mean, just look at that thing. Thing's gnarly. I mean, like I said, we've obviously had some very strong convection right there in the center. I mean, this thing is very healthy. This thing is very healthy. It's like I said, it did exactly what was forecasted. Obviously we were talking rapid, like I said, rapid intensification. That happened. It continued tracking northwest. That's so far everything's on track. Literally, everything is literally on track right now. Let's see here, and back over here towards the like I said, the hurricane. Oh, is that a new model? Is that new? I think that's new. I think that's a new new run, actually. Pretty sure. But anyways, yeah, this thing continues northwest, and like I said, you can see that northerly motion here. So for the people who's worried about Florida landfall, like I said, once again, I do not think that's going to be the case with this one. Okay, so if you're in Florida, like I said, I think you're good. I think you're going to be all right. I don't see any problems for direct landfall in Florida right now. It seems like it's going to definitely pass to the north there. Let's see, and there's not wind shear. There's not. Yeah, there's not any wind shear to stop this. I mean, like I said, this thing's literally in a pool of just hurricane growth. Basically in a big pool of just hurricane intensification. I mean, like I said, there's really 3 things essentially that hurricanes need. That's warm waters there at the right there at the surface of the ocean. You know, the surface waters of the ocean, it needs to be at least 26 degrees Celsius or higher. We're talking 30 plus degrees Celsius, which is like 80s, mid 80s and higher Fahrenheit. And whenever it comes to, you know, the amount of moisture, I mean, this thing is eating well. You can see that there's a lot of good thunderstorm activity, great convection going on in the storm. It has all it needs. So the waters are there. Like I said, everything's there, and like I said, you can see there's no winds foreign to the storm itself. I mean, you can see some of these lower level clouds moving southwest. That's because of the, you know, the circulation of the cyclone. You see these winds moving to the northeast. That's the venting process on the upper side of the storm. What I mean by upper is like the elevation wise, high up in the atmosphere. So those are upper level clouds moving to the north, kind of northwest here. But essentially they do move to the, you know, move to the east here overall. But yeah, no, she's a beast, or he's a beast, I should say. Let's see. Have I seen the intensity guidance? I have. Yes, I have. I haven't checked in. I think that's a new run, like I was saying. Let's see if they've updated. Wow! Holy cow! No way. New intensity guidance coming through. Holy cow. Okay, so that middle point here. Wow. The middle grounds pull this thing up to at least 150 knots. Sustained. Remains a Cat 5 for at least a day and a half. Then the middle point has it, you know, hovering right there at upper Cat 4 for the longest time. And then it starts approaching those cooler waters and maybe a slight downtrend in intensity. Holy cow. Dude, that is nuts. That's a big update since the last one. Do I even still have that tab open? Yeah, there you go. There's that previous run. Here's it now. Did the Hurricane Center update? Nope. Wow. So, according to the guidance here, it's already at 135 knots, which is, let's see here. Yeah. Yep, that's right there at Cat 5. I mean, like I said, I'm very I think this thing is I'm very confident this thing is a Cat 5 right now. I have no doubt. I really don't. I mean, just knowing what the hurricane hunters pulled through, like I said, they found 145 knot winds in it. Literally right there. Here, I'll go and show you. So 145. This is surface winds. You guys can see here, 145 peaking at the top there, and we're literally seeing 145 conversion is 166 sustained, according to the. If that's the true information. Like, that is crazy. Let's see here. I see too close to main spamming. Yeah, like I said, obviously it's still like at least 6 to 9 days away, essentially. So it's very far away. So like I said, obviously the models are going to change. I mean, the models are 100% going to change at the point being. So, you know, there's no reason to freak out if you live across the Northeast right now, because like I said, it's still not a, you know, for sure thing that this thing will make approach. You know, once again, it's still not a for sure thing, which, like I said, once we know what it's going to do, I will obviously be here to, you know, let you guys know. What's the chance of water spouts or tornadoes coming on shore as close to land? So if you know or if you don't know, on tropical cyclones, the right-hand side is what we call the dirty side. So basically all of this, that's the dirty side. And what I mean by dirty side is this is what causes tornadoes. We have our strongest instability, our strongest thunderstorm energy. We have ourselves our strongest winds, too. Right in that right-hand side. Right in the right-hand quadrant. That's where all your ingredients mix up. That is where you get tornadoes. On the right-hand side of a cyclone, the left-hand side is called the clean side. You don't usually get tornadoes. You do not get tornadoes on the left-hand side because the conditions are just unfavorable for them. As well as the winds are slightly lower, usually. Usually slightly lower. So, like I said, if this thing skims the East Coast, the tornado, the dirty side, is going to be off to the east. But the only problem that, like I said, the only reason I see, or the only way that we would see tornadoes is if this thing digs its way inland. Like, if it digs its way really far inland, then, and once that eastern side goes in, you know, inland, that would be the point where tornadoes would be a problem. But, like I said, we still don't know if this thing's even going to make landfall in the U.S. or not. Considering this is still several days away. But, you know, once again, though, it's definitely interesting. Let's see here. Maybe undergoing eye wall replacement cycle. I was noticing a little wobbly there at the last second there. Let's see. No, I don't think it is. I don't think so. No, it looks like that eye's getting smaller. Still got some pretty strong convection. No, I don't think it is. I think it's still... No, there's just the eye's getting smaller. If you know anything about hurricanes, the smaller the eye, the more powerful. Usually that's usually a sign that it's more powerful. Also, lightning detection is... if you get a lot of lightning detection there in the core or on the eye wall there, that rapidly shows intensification overall. Like, wow. That's crazy. Let's see here. All right, see you later, Jenny. Thanks for joining, and thanks for the support. Let's see here. This storm has grown much stronger and faster than anticipated. No reason to think I can't make Florida landfall since it's done the same thing in the past. Like I said, you know, past storms did not share the same environment this storm does. Okay? Like I said, I have my serious doubts this thing will make landfall in Florida. I really do not think so. You know, because like I said, the majority of the models has this thing, you know, pulling north heavily. Yeah, like I said, you can see the GFS model, how, you know, it obviously tracks west, but then it gets a sharp turn to the north here. And then you have the ECMWF, European model, same thing, pulls straight up to the north here. You got your CMC model, pulls straight up to the north here. Got your Icon model, doesn't go out as far, but I would assume the same thing. Let's see, what about the 12 Zulu? Yeah, 12 Zulu. Yep, pulls to the north according to that as well. So you see all these models, they're all showing this thing turn to the north. So, like I said, that's not what we're... Yeah. The chances of it going directly into Florida is, like I said, near zero at this point. I mean, like I said, even the ensembles, I don't even think there's hardly any ensembles that has it going that way. There's only like 2 ensembles out of like the multiple dozen we have that shows it getting near, you know, at least in that direction, I should say. But you can see the middle grounds, obviously, like I said, that line of best fit between the ensembles has this thing doing what all the other models have been talking about here overall. See if Florida's safe. I think Florida is mostly going to be alright with this. The only thing I see for Florida is for the people who's visiting the beaches on the eastern side, there's going to be rip current problems, as well as, like I said, there's going to be problems with the, you know, rip currents and, you know, the tides and stuff like that. That's the only thing I see being an impact for possibly those regions there. But yeah, once again, this thing is forecasted to pull north according to all these models. I mean, even the main spaghetti models. We got that one Outcast doing some funky stuff. But you can see the majority of them, yeah, pulls straight to the north. That little speck right there, that's Bermuda. So it looks like the storm's going to be passing just to the west of Bermuda. Just to the west of Bermuda. Which, I mean, that's still a little close to Bermuda itself. Which is, you know, a little interesting. Let's see. You can't roll out a few plots. Anything's possible. Or it wouldn't be a spaghetti plot. Well, those models we were looking at there was not the spaghetti plots. Those are ensembles, which is just one model that runs a lot of different members. This is just one model, by the way. This is not all this. This is not the spaghetti models. This is the spaghetti models. So you can see, spaghetti models actually don't support it going west. Except for that one right there, but it just ends right there, apparently. Let's see here. What powerful force is going to turn this powerful hurricane to the north? So it looks like we're going to get ourselves some strong upper level, or strong just general winds, wind shear. I'm going to show you guys back to the models. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to zoom out a bit. And we're going to go ahead and make this fit the screen. But anyways, but yeah, no, what we're talking about is the 200 to 850 millibar shear, which is basically the surface to upper level winds. And you can see we have this jet right here. See these winds? They're cranking to the northeast. And so as the storm is, moving westward, it's going to cancel out its westward movement and just pull to the north. I mean, it's not just going to immediately... Here. It's not just going to immediately turn like this. It shouldn't anyways. Because obviously, it's going to probably more curve as it rolls into these higher winds. But yeah, no, that's what's going to be steering this guy. You can see the models have that, and it has a big jet stream, the big dip right there. Very deep ditch, very, very deep jet stream there, and it pulls straight up ridges right over the cyclone. Which, in theory, this should help keep it a little further away. Which let's hope so. Let's hope so, anyways. Let's see. Lee's going to kick up some serious surf. Absolutely. Absolutely. How positive this hurricane doesn't go west like Hurricane Andrew? I am like 98% positive that this thing will just not go near Florida in general. I mean, like I said, we have zero model support basically showing this thing going right at Florida. I mean, because we have this ridge, we have this high pressure here that's just going to be, blocking some of the East Coast. What does the colors mean? Here, I have a colored table I can show you. Basically, the darker the color, the more stronger the winds are. There you go. So 50 knots would be like red. So at least 50 knots. So it's pretty strong winds. See, Recon turned. Oh, did they? Where's my Recon? Oh, they did. Yeah, you're right. They're doing that exact path I was telling you guys about. Yeah, they're tracking. They're going back into the eye here pretty soon. They'll probably be in it within the next 20, 30 minutes or so. So we'll get some more information here very soon. Let's see. Do we have any updates from the Hurricane Center? Not yet. Not yet. Hurricane Center still has it at 953 millibars despite the Hurricane Hunters update. Let's see here. Max sustained of 130. See if the European model ends up being accurate. Let's see. What's the last... Wait, when was the last time a hurricane made landfall in Maine? Shoot. I couldn't tell you that. I think Virginia's safe, says Ryan. I don't see much model support aiming it at Virginia. But I would consider, like I said, obviously still keeping an eye on it. I mean, like I was explaining, I mean, if you're basically, across these portions of the Northeast, I mean, you should still monitor this. I think that, these regions down here, I think y'all are pretty much almost certainly not going to see a landfall out of this one. Because more than likely, I mean, seriously, way more than likely, the system's just going to go around here somewhere. It's going to, we don't know how far west it's going to go. We don't know how far east it'll go. I mean, like I said, there's still a lot of unknowns. I mean, this thing could easily pull to the east. This thing could easily pull to the west. There's a lot of things up for grab. And like I was saying here, guys, is that, with this guy overall, yeah, like I was saying, though, with this guy overall, I mean, it's going to have some problems across the U.S. East Coast regardless, with those rip current problems, like I've been explaining a lot. Let's see, what is my thoughts on central New York with rain/flooding? So, depending on if it makes its way up that far, or makes its way over there, I should say, it looks like the storm is really cranking in speed. It looks like it's a fast-moving hurricane. I mean, you can see how it's really slow right there, and it just goes boom and just really kicks up some speed. Let's see here. You know what I just noticed? Look at this. Here, let me bring you all to the to this view here. Let me zoom out. So watch this. So obviously we have this is the GFS model, by the way. According to the GFS, it goes up there in eastern Canada and might spawn some snow, right there. Let's just wait though before we mention that. I mean, like I said, basically the only thing we know right now, guys, is like this thing is going to continue northwest for the next couple of days, and at the end of that track, we are going to see a north kick, kind of a northwest kick. See, I myself live in New Hampshire, says Timothy. Gotcha. Yeah, no, we'll have to monitor this across the Northeast. So we'll definitely keep you guys updated and aware and obviously all ready to go. See Snow-a-Cane says night. Maybe, I mean, it depends on how much cool air it can bring down up north. I mean, regardless, you can see this thing is just going to get sucked up into the Arctic Circle there. Going to get launched right up to the North Pole. Let's see here. Let me actually pull... Do I have a northern hemisphere? Here we go. So... Okay. Working our way down. I'm just curious to see what the GFS. So there, that little 9. This is the Lee right here. So Lee apparently. Wow, it's interesting. Huh. Once again, obviously we don't know what's going to happen at that point. It's just really interesting to see what the model has to show. See, I believe that New Hampshire will get a good part of the hurricane. I hope not, Timothy. Let's hope not. See, with the way the year's going, I wouldn't be surprised if it rained frogs in Kansas. Last time I checked, I don't think frogs can be evaporated and condensed in the atmosphere. I don't think that's really possible. Alright, we're going to hop you guys back. So once again, here's the current cone from the Hurricane Center. Like I said, we are talking right now, as of the last update from the Hurricane Center, the last official update, like I said, we're talking sustained winds of 130, which is Category 4 strength, with gusts obviously higher, not 0 miles an hour. It's just my program doing it, being itself. So obviously the wind gusts are probably at least 10 to 20 miles an hour higher. Overall, like I said, right now the last pressure that was, last update had the pressure at 953. Reason I have it down there on that scroll thing is at 936 is because the hurricane hunters, they found that pressure down to 936 now. They also found some very hefty winds too. I think the Weather Service is probably, or not the Weather Service, the Hurricane Center is probably waiting to see what's going to happen with this next scan, because the hurricane hunters are flying right back into it. Yeah, they've already made their turn. They're aimed right back at the eye, so they're going to be rolling right through it again here very soon. And on off-topic things, we actually have ourselves a bit of severe weather still popping up across the Northeast here overall. Let's see. So overall, yeah, we still have a couple watches in place. We actually have one for, just kind of south of D.C., 1.5 inch hail possible, 70 mile per hour wind gusts. And we got another watch in place, severe thunderstorm watch across, basically eastern New York State, eastern Pennsylvania, and 2 portions of northern New Jersey here until 9 p.m. So literally 1 minute. It's literally going to expire like right now. But anyways, yeah, no, that's what's going on out there. Why the heck? Wait, what? Y'all are... What? Are you guys seeing this? 165, 166, 168, 171, 174, 180? There's no way. No. The 8 p.m. update has this thing at 180 sustained. Hold on. I gotta see if that's right. I gotta see if this is right. It hasn't updated on my other one. That has a Cat 5 for days. What? Here, let me check on the Hurricane Center. Like I said, I don't think they updated it. Maybe they did. The last official one on their page was 5 p.m. AST. I think that's Atlantic Standard Time. What? Let's see here. Yeah, 13 AL. I can't confirm that right now, guys, because I mean, look at this. Here's my other program, and it only has it getting up to 165, which is still ridiculous, with gusts up to 200. And it says it drops to a Cat 4 here on the 9th again. We'll see. Holy moly, yeah. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I really don't. I mean, like I said, they haven't changed... Yeah, they haven't changed it on the Hurricane Center's page. Let's see here. Let's all go out to the ocean and do some paddle boarding, says Timothy. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. Better yet, no, take a sailboat out. I'm just kidding. Sailboat, dude, you would be flipped over immediately if you get even near those winds. But yeah, no, this thing's gonna be a beast for a while. Like I said, expected to be Cat 5. Like I said, I think it's a Cat 5 right now, personally. Expected to turn to a Cat 5, though, on the forecast track as of the last update is tomorrow morning. So literally in like, what is that, like 5 hours from now? Don't they go by 5 mile per hour increments? Why does it say 68? Like I said, I don't understand that. I have had glitches out of this program before in the past. That's what I'm not... Maximum winds right now... Wait, what? This thing says maximum winds right now of 154 with the central pressure of 933. Like, are they even grabbing real data, or are they just making this up at this point? Like, I literally don't know why they're doing this. I mean, obviously we have the hurricane hunters. They're going to fly again. 936 millibars is what they found. They didn't find 933. Wow. And whenever it comes to the, let's see here, whenever it comes to the winds that reported, I mean, they reported winds, or they recorded, I should say, recorded winds. We got to see if it validates or not, but they apparently had winds. I mean, it looks like it's valid. It looks like it's valid, because on both sides of the eye wall there, they reported well over 125 knots. So right there between like 140 and 145, which that would make it, yeah, that will definitely make it Cat 5. I think it is. Like I said, I think it is Cat 5 right now. I do. I mean, the pressure dropped like nearly 20 millibars in this last update here. So it's like, what the heck? Here. Yep, still got it at advisory 10 here as of 5 p.m. AST. 130 sustained was 953 millibars. You can see it right here as well. Wow. Let's see here. Prayers all in the path. Yeah, like I said, hopefully this thing, doesn't cause any problems on land. Like I said, right now we do know there will be some impacts for the U.S. at this point. We've learned that the coastline U.S. or the coastal U.S. will definitely deal with some problems, like with surges. Sorry, not surges. I always say surges for some reason. With rip currents is what I was going to say. Yeah, rip currents will be a problem across the East Coast. Like I said, for a lot of the East Coast. Let's see here. Let me actually bring you guys over to the wave expectancy. I want to go ahead and show you guys what the latest the latest ECMWF model has to show. So let me bring y'all over here. I'm going to actually full screen this. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So let's see here. ECMWF, we're going to grab the United States. We're going to pull out the East Coast. We're going to do maximum wave height and direction. We're going to turn on all these. So here we go. I feel like we should probably drop down to 12 Zulu. So here's the latest update here, y'all, from the ECMWF model. So yeah, you can see those waves approaching the U.S. coast here by the 13th. Holy cow. Wow, dude. Yeah, the European model has the east coast of the mid-Atlantic and the northeast getting slammed by some big waves. I mean, like I said, even if this thing goes between, between Bermuda and, decently away from the U.S. coast, we're still talking waves over 10 foot out by the coast. Let's see here. Man, the SPC did a mistake on the APM outlook. Probably you mean the NHC? SPC Storm Prediction Center. They only do severe weather. Let's see here. Let's see, is this sucker coming to Massachusetts? Like I said, we don't know right now. Cannot confirm if it is going to hit that area. It seems like some models point it towards the northeast, but other models, you know, points it away. But like I was saying, though, that's still several days away, and things are, you know, certainly going to change. And they're, like, certainly bound to change here. I mean, like I said, we obviously see rapid intensification still continue to ongo for the next couple of days, really. As this thing progresses to the northwest and pulls that northerly trajectory, we get ourselves a bit of a jet stream kick. And then obviously this thing pulls north. But how north and how west will it go? That's what we don't know. We're confident from point A to point B of where it's going to be, but from here on out we have no clue, except for it could pull to the north, and that's all we know. I mean, even though the models show it going on for a while, models are not perfect. Like I said, they become very inaccurate after a while. European model, yeah, this one shows it getting a little close, actually hitting the northeast. And then, of course, we have the CMC model. You know, kind of shows what the GFS was talking about here overall. So, yeah. Definitely is a bit interesting. See here, we got ourselves, I don't think we have nav gym. Yeah, this one has it pulling north. Yeah, so you can see that that's the verdict here. That's the main thing. That's the main thing overall, is that this thing does pull north. That's what the models have been mentioning for a while now. I mean, here's the GEFS ensembles. Here, let me full screen this. Here, the GEFS ensembles shows this thing tracking northwest for the next couple of days and then pulling directly north. And then, of course, we have ourselves the GEPS model, the ensembles. This is not the spaghetti models. It looks kind of similar, but it's just one model run with a bunch of members. But tracking northwest and then pulls to the north, like the other, like almost every model shows. And then, of course, we have ourselves, you know, this guy tracking northwest. This is the main spaghetti models, by the way, and then it actually pulls its way up here to the north overall. They usually say the European model is more accurate. Yeah, statistically, it has been known to be the more accurate model, but not in all cases. Not in all cases. It might be the most accurate for certain things, but doesn't mean it's always accurate. See the Fujiwara effect. Are you talking about the other system? Yeah, there's going to be another. Actually, it's already developed into a tropical storm. This is Margot. Yeah, I should go ahead and show you guys. Yeah, we got Margot right now. Margot here with sustained winds of 40 with gusts up to 50 right now. Tropical storm. It's not supposed to do anything too crazy. It is supposed to become a hurricane, though, possibly by the 10th, so basically 2 days from now. Yeah, then just got to kind of get launched in the central Atlantic. No problems out of that. We got another system out here in the eastern Pacific, Jova. This one's really not doing much. I mean, considering, I mean, it's pretty strong. Don't get me wrong, but it's away from land in general. Let's see here. But yeah, no, we just definitely got to be watching this. So right now, the current forecast has this thing turning to a Cat 5 by tomorrow morning, right around 2 a.m. So this is literally in like 5 hours or so. Yeah, this is literally like in 5 hours or so in general. Let's see. We're gonna go and hop you guys back over here to the models. Yeah, we need to talk more about those models here. Let's go and hop back over here to some of the main hurricane models, like the HWRF here. In terms of the guidance, actually, we're gonna hop down to HWRF parent here. So we work our way down in time here. Obviously, this thing goes just north of the Lesser Antilles. Expected to be right around that region here for around September 10th. Right around September 10th, then tracking its way continuously to the west, kind of northwest here. This model has it going a little further west, actually. But then we get those stronger upper level winds, which you can see. Let's see, we'll bring those up for you. Yeah. Yeah, because it's not running really into that strong jet. But you can see there is a strong jet of winds moving northeast. So if this thing was to continue, obviously it's going to turn. What all the models have basically been talking about here overall. So that jet's going to be responsible for this thing moving in that direction. So, like I said, for my friends out there, like I said, for Florida and obviously Georgia coast, I think y'all are set good for no landfall, no impacts directly for Florida. Because, like I said, it looks like this jet stream here is going to be blocking it away from land over there towards you guys. So that is definitely definitely good for Florida. Like I said, I think you guys are good. And then, of course, like I said, we obviously have some of these other models here too, like the let's see, some of the crazy models, like the HAFS here. Absolute beast. Let's see here. HAFS, a parent here. Here we go. Yeah, according to this model, how's it getting down like in the 900s, which is crazy. But then as we approach the, yeah, you can see that wind, that big current here too. The big jet stream. And so, like I said, as this thing continues northwest, it's going to actually get pulled to the north. It's not going to immediately change like this because like, obviously it just slowly runs into it. So the more realistic standpoint is it just curving, something like that. But like I said, because of this jet here, y'all, like I said, because of this jet, I think that Florida is going to be all right. I don't think we're going to get any landfall. For the people who's wondering if y'all are worried about this, like I said, if you guys are worried about it in Florida, I think y'all are good to go. I will mention, though, like I said, even if this thing obviously is far away from Florida, I definitely think that this thing is going to cause some problems for rip current concerns. Like I said, rip current concerns obviously will be an issue. Obviously, tidal problems, which, like I said, don't go surfing on this. As tempting as it is, as big the waves we're going to see, there's going to be some big waves out there, but there's also rip currents with them, too. And you're going to notice... like I said, if you go out in it, hopefully you don't. At that point, then, like I said, you could get pulled out to sea, which obviously that's, yeah, something you don't want to do. Let's see here. Chris says, keep up the great work and keeping us informed. I tell everyone to listen to your posts. I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. Yeah, but no, the models... Yeah, models are pretty good. See here, GFS, we're going to go back to North Atlantic view. Yep, so even the GFS, you can see that jet goes right across Florida. This is, like, once again, this is going to help keep it away from Florida, more than likely. So, Florida, you guys can sleep fine, knowing at the moment there's no issues. And like I said, depending on how strong that jet is and, you know, obviously the direction of the winds, this will help steer it away. Because we're going to have some high pressure across the east. Yeah, high pressure across the eastern United States. Depending on how strong it is, how big it is, and where it's at, that's going to determine how far east or west this thing goes. Let's see here. Always got to best way to keep informed. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see. Mike says the chances of it hitting New Jersey. Like I said, there's a couple models that has it getting near the East Coast, or the Northeast Coast, I should say. But it's an unknown point at this time. It's unknown if it's going to come actually near those areas. From what it looks like, this thing is going to be essentially, regardless, you know, pulling north. That's the thing we already found out, is that this thing's going to pull north for sure. It looks like that's basically a certainty at this point. This thing's going to pull north. But like I said, at this point in saying this is very far out in time. I mean, like I said, obviously we have, you know, this point in region here. If you're wondering about those regions, I mean, it's going to take at least 7+ days to reach there. It's going to take at least a week before it gets into this body of water. And there's a lot of factors to take in consideration in terms of, you know, strong wind shear, cooler surface temperatures of the ocean, which will help determine its strength and stuff. Let's see here, powerful jet versus powerful hurricane. Yeah, no, that's gonna steer it really fast to the north. That jet there we were talking about, which is gonna help protect probably the southeast from a landfall, what I believe. And it's just going to continue that thing to the north. I mean, like I said, once again, everybody, for the people who's wondering, with the models we have, yeah, it's like all the models are essentially showing this track northwest, and then pull north. Let's see. But yeah, no, that's definitely what it looks like it's going to do. Let's see here. Had Hurricane Bob in 1991. Don't remember hearing about that one. Alright, let's see here. Did they update the Hurricane Center yet? They did not. Nope. Still haven't updated it. So last update we had was at 5 p.m. AST. What? Hold on. I gotta figure out what time it is. AST. So AST, it's 9:18, which is 9:18. So it's basically Eastern time. Yeah, basically Eastern time. So last update we had was at 5 o'clock. Is it every 3 hours? I think they updated it. What does the precipitation look like extending outer islands, Florida? So, Amy, like I said, that is very dependent on its track intensity, as well as, you know, obviously the speed of it. It looks like this thing's going to be picking up some speed as, you know, it runs into that jet stream we were talking about. I mean, you can see how slow it's moving right there in the bottom right. So it's moving pretty slow, and then obviously it just picks up a lot of speed. Faster speed of a storm. I said faster speed of a storm obviously means less rainfall because there's less of a storm sitting over you for a longer period of time. But once again, it also depends on the intensity, the amount of moisture it holds, all these things. I mean, like I said, there's a lot that can change. I mean, obviously you'll get more rainfall if this thing goes towards the U.S. coast versus it going out to sea. I mean, obviously, yeah, you would get more rain if it's in that case. But right now, it's not a for sure thing. Let's see. Hurricane Sandy, Wisconsin did... Wait, what? Wisconsin? Sandy did not even get near Wisconsin. So it did get some effects. Very weird to think. How? I don't recall. Obviously, it impacted a lot of the Northeast, but Wisconsin is right here. I mean, I know it was big, but yeah. Anyways. See, there's so many factors. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem we're facing. It's just there's a lot of factors. But it's just gradual northwest movement for the next while. Let's see here. Andrew, I know it's off topic, but can you please explain what happened in Brazil? What makes a super bomb cyclone so fast? Obviously, I don't know what's going on in Brazil right now. I usually don't focus on the weather down there. But a bomb cyclone is usually just a really strong low-pressure system. Obviously, low-pressure systems are steered by other pressure systems, high and low. So I'm so tired, but I don't want to leave Andrew's streams, says Mary. Now, we're probably going to be heading off here soon. We've already been live for about an hour and a half on this update here. I got to go to bed. I'm really tired, too. I woke up at like 5 this morning. So, when I get off here, I'm probably going to go to bed. At least start to wane down a bit. But yeah, no, I mean, that's the latest and greatest, guys. I mean, this thing's forecasted to be a hurricane. Next update, it should be... yeah, it's going to be a hurricane. It's already a hurricane. Next update, it's forecasted to be a Cat 5 with sustained winds of 160 with gusts up to 195. Let's see, what happens if the hurricane dies out? then that would be good. But it doesn't look like it, because at least from the next 5 days, there's hurricane-loving conditions out there. Warm surface temperatures, warm surface temperatures of the ocean, strong wind shear, or sorry, lack of strong wind shear, I should say, as well as a lot of moisture. Hutman's W stream. What's up, dude? But anyways, no, like I said, it's really hard to tell what it's going to do up in this stage here. I mean, it's going to continue to need to be watched for a while. So you have to go to bed and wake up early. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. No, I've been up for, like I said, over 12 hours at this point. I've been up for like 17 hours, I think. Been up for a while. So I think I'm going to probably head off here very soon, y'all. But yeah, guys, I mean, if y'all do obviously enjoy these, you know, consider subscribing, consider leaving a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. Like I said, we really don't ask for, you know, anything on this channel. I really don't. Like I said, just you guys being obviously aware of the situation is what matters, and make sure that you guys are staying up to date. That's all we care about, just to make sure that you guys are, you know, prepared and obviously aware of the situation. But like I said, just a quick little overview. Like I said, the verdict is continuous northwestern motion for the next 4 days or so, 4+ days. It's going to turn to the north here basically for I think the 13th is what it was. It's going to change to the north for the 13th as we get a strong jet of air moving its way to the northeast here, which is going to continue to push this thing to the north. Now, what we don't know, like I said, after that is what we do not know. We don't know any more after that because there's a lot of factors to take in consideration here. Overall, the system is, you know, like I said, depending on how strong this high-pressure ridge is going to be across the U.S. East Coast, obviously how strong it is, the big size, the size of it overall, I mean, it's going to determine how far east or how far west this thing goes. But I can tell you with confidence, this thing will track northwest and then pull to the north there right around the 13th. And that's about all I can tell you. Everything else, I mean, if you're across the eastern coast, I mean, I'd say mostly in these regions, if you're across the coast, I mean, I'd still keep an eye on the storm here. Like I said, I think Florida's good personally because of that jet stream we have. Overall, like I said, that jet is just going to, you know, help keep that storm away from Florida in general. It's mostly, like I said, the East Coast up there towards the northeast that's probably got to keep an eye on it the most. But just know there's a lot of things that can change, and, you know, we'll definitely see things that will change by then. But anyways, that's pretty much the bottom line. That's pretty much the verdict here. And like I said, obviously this thing's really strong right now. We're going to help you guys back over to satellite view. And this thing is absolutely a beast in general. I mean, just look at that thing. Really good eye. I mean, this thing's pretty much symmetrical. A lot of strong convection in general. It's pretty crazy. It's definitely a very beautiful looking system. It's very well structured. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful system. It's literally a textbook major hurricane right here in front of us right now. Let's see here. Superstorm says Beth Weatherman on YouTube. Thank you so much, Superstorm. Let's see here. Chris says, have a great night, everyone. You as well, Chris. Let's see here. Kid Storm Cover says, good night, good night. Weathershed says, thanks, Andrew, nice job. Appreciate it. Edward says, thanks for your info. You're very welcome. Mary says, bye, man. Thanks for the great stream. You're very welcome. Watershed says, best weather channel on YouTube. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate it. Let's see here. Chris says, beautifully terrifying. I agree. No, it's a beast. It's a beast, but it's... I mean, Mother Nature is just so beautiful. I mean, just look at that. I mean, that's just such a crazy, beautiful sight, but it's also very scary, too. But anyways. Let's go ahead and see. Let's do this recon. Oh, shoot. They're about to fly back in the eye. Do I end now or do I wait? Because I want to see what they read. Guys, do I stay? Let me... Alright, say stay or go in the chat. What should I do? Should I stay here for a little longer? Because they're about to fly right back in the eye. We're about to get some more information on this thing. This could put the nail in the coffin of what category it is. I mean, like I said, this thing literally... We literally had the last recon roll. Last recon roll showed 165 knots, that is. Or hold on a minute. No. 165 miles an hour. Let's see here. Stay. Mike, oh wow, okay. Everybody's saying stay. Max says stay. Crystal says stay. Jonathan says stay. Bone Mama says stay. Okay, we'll stay. We'll stay. For a little bit longer, for at least another 15 minutes, okay? Yeah, because I'm real curious to see what the latest Recon's going to pull up. Let's see here. I mean, they're already getting close to it. Let's see. Yeah, you can see the winds. The winds are already starting to pick up there. They're already pulling over 60 knots there. Let's see here. Go, you need sleep, says Mary. I'll get sleep after this. I'm just really curious to see what this thing's going to be doing. But yeah, the last pass we looked at, once again, guys, had this thing pretty daggone strong. Like I said, literally, we're talking up to 145 knots, which was 166 miles an hour, which that is just ridiculous. Let's see, we're going to hop back over here. But yeah, no, before that, too, as it passed in the left-hand side of the eye wall, on the left-hand eye wall here overall, it was down to like 130 in general. Let's see here. Mary, thank you so much for becoming a member. Oh, let's see. Oh, Bone Mama gifted it. Thank you so much, Bone Mama. Greatly appreciated. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Mary, congratulations, as you are now part of a member on our stream. Alright, let's see. Do we have an update yet? Not yet. Not yet, not yet. Yeah, like I said, they're flying right back into it. They're right up on the eye now. There used to be a site I used to use a long time ago. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. There was one I used to. Here we go. I think I found it. Yep, sure did. Okay. It's a little glitchy. Oh, here we go. Why is this so glitchy? There we go. But yeah, they're getting close to it. Bone Mama coming in again with the support. Thank you so much for another membership. Thank you so much. See, Andy got it too. I appreciate it. See, 936 millibars. Yeah, that's the official pressure from the last run through the eye. Let's see. Apparently they were supposed to drop specialized drones in the storm too. Really? Drones? They drop what we call dropsons here, which is basically a big cylindrical tube full of weather equipment, like, you know, temperature, humidity sensors, and you know, pressure sensors, all kinds of things. And they just dropped it. They just dropped it at different points. I mean, they had one in the northeast quadrant. They put one in the southwest quadrant. They put one in the middle, obviously, of the eye. This last update was at oh wow, this last update was a while ago at 117 UTC, which now is 130 UTC. So 23 minutes ago was that last update we just got from the Hurricane Hunters. So we got to be getting a new update here soon. Oh, yep, they're in it. They're in the eye. Yeah, look at that. So they've already passed through, it looks like. And this update was at 127. So this was 3 minutes ago. So yeah, they're probably entering the the southeastern eye wall now. Let's see here. Any buoys out there? I don't think so. Wouldn't hurt to look though, huh? Well, we do, but they're kind of far. Yeah, they're really far. Yep. We don't, unfortunately. Let's see here. Beaumont says you're most welcome. All see, that is so much fun to do. I appreciate it. Let's see, what are the... Oh, there we go. Yeah, the winds are... Oh, wow. Hold on. Wait, what? You're joking. You are absolutely joking right now. You are joking. 157 knots? There is no way. I gotta close some of these tabs. I have so many tabs open. There's no way. Where's my conversion? There is no way. Dude, that would be 180 sustained if that actually verified. That would be 180 miles an hour if that verified. There is no way. Pressure. Holy cow, the pressure's down in the mid 920s. Hutman says 180 miles an hour. If that verifies, yes. We're getting ready to see them fly in the right-hand eye wall. But, dude, look. Oh, my gosh. That is absolutely ridiculous. Here, I'm trying to make it look a little better for y'all. There you go. Oh, come on. I just want to show you guys. There we go. My computer hates me, I swear to God. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, they flew in the left-hand side of the eye wall there. Like I said, we're talking 155 in terms of knots. 155 knots according to that, which, like I said, that would be equivalent to... Yeah, it was a little over. It was 157, which would be equivalent to 180 miles an hour. There is no way. Let's see here. JD Variety, what's up, dude? Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a couple days. Hope everything's well with ya. Let's see here. Strongest hurricane this season? Yeah. Lala says, let's see, 180 already. It looks very possible. Yep, no, they reported some heavy winds on it. Let's see, we're gonna get rid of that. There ain't that. Like, so that is absolutely crazy. Yeah, they're yeah, that was on the left-hand side too, which is, you know, known to be one of the weaker side overall. I'm curious to see what the wind's going to be whenever they roll into the right-hand side of it. Let's see here. Watershed says, I think this could get below 900 millibars. At this rate, yeah. No, this thing's a beast. That's an understatement. Honestly, glad I stayed. Yeah, me too. Me too. I really am. Let's see here. So, yeah, here's the previous Recon, y'all. Okay. So yeah, there was the previous Recon. We had it was just right at 145, and see that was before. This is the first time they passed. So that was the first Recon, and then they're right up next to it again. 157. That is absolutely ridiculous. Let's see here. Bone Mama coming in again with the support. Thank you so much for the membership. Let's see here. Who got it this time? Superstorm 20. Congrats, man. Appreciate it, Bone Mama. Thank you so much once again for supporting the channel. Wow. That is... Yeah, I'm really curious to see what this new update's going to be here. When is the next Hurricane Center update going to come through? Last update was at 5 p.m. Eastern, which we've... Yeah, we're like... I think we're overdue for an update, aren't we? Wow. No, I'm very confident. This thing's definitely probably a... I have, like, no doubt in my mind that this thing's not a Cat 5. like I said, I definitely think this thing is, at this point, I'm definitely very confident this thing's a Cat 5. For sure. Let's see. Will this push to the ridge? It's unknown at the moment. Probably not. Because it's going to weaken by the time it experiences some of those upper level winds from Florida. Which, like I was explaining here, the overall verdict is that this guy is going to, continue northwest. We're going to get a strong jet of air pushing this way to the northeast. It should keep Florida safe. The storm's going to pull to the north and then obviously kick out, probably kick out to the sea more than likely. Hurricane Center can't believe it either. I wouldn't be surprised, dude. Yeah, those hurricane hunters, they're pulling some very consistent, nasty results. I mean, they're really cranking in some crazy stuff out there. Still no updates yet. How often do hurricanes achieve Cat 5 status? I mean, it's not very common. I mean, I wouldn't even say once a year. I'd say less than... I don't know the exact average for what it is, but it's got to be less than once a year. Probably once every 2 years or so. I mean, obviously, it determines on a lot of other factors. Let's see here. What if it doesn't turn? It should turn. See, 200 plus mile an hour winds possible? Yeah. I mean, on the last update we had from the Hurricane Center, I mean, they literally had this thing getting up to 200. Like, that is crazy. Let's see here. Beaumont says, thank you, Andrew, for doing this and all the mods. You're very, very welcome. You guys are very welcome. Like I said, I care about y'all. I want you guys to be prepared and keep an eye on this storm here. Because, like I said, this thing is apparently a lot stronger, a heck of a lot stronger than when we first thought. I mean, shoot. This thing's about to jump from, like, 130 to, like, 160 or something like that. I mean, it's going to be a massive update, guys. This next update is going to be really crazy. I mean, it is... Yeah, no, it is going to be absolutely crazy. Let's see here. How many more hurricanes are likely this year? We're right at the peak now. Yeah, right now we're like at the peak hurricane season, so a couple more is going to be expected. But wow. All right, let's update this here. No, nothing yet. Okay, whenever we get new updates, we'll definitely pull that back here. But anyways, let's go ahead and close some of my tabs here. Y'all see how many tabs I have open? I got so many of them open. All right, there we go. That's good. Good. Yeah, I'm curious to see the pressure they pull through on this. Let's see. Last 10 minutes of observations here. This was mean sea level pressure. It didn't show. Shoot. Yeah, those are... I mean, look at those barbs. That's just ridiculous. It's 145 knots. That barb right there is saying 145 knots. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Let's see here. But what I'm like absolutely blown out of the water for is this latest view here. Whoa! Oh wow! Whoa! Wait, what? The right hand side is a lot weaker. Yeah, like I said, the right hand side is a lot weaker apparently. So we're talking maybe around 120. They might have picked up a wind gust, actually. Still is stronger. See here, what's the strongest hurricane still was? Let's see. What is the strongest a hurricane still was when it hit New York or further north? I don't know if I understand your question. The strongest a hurricane still was? You talking about this system or a different system? Wow. Is 200 knots possible? Probably not. Probably not. Wow. Alright, let's see here. Recon. Yeah, there they go. What pressure did they get on it, though? That's what I'm curious about. Looks like the pressure got cut off there. Yep, pressure got cut off. Man. Hopefully that'll come through here soon. I'm sure they put I'm sure they did drop sondes here. Let's see here. Sorry, weather poorly. What's the highest category hurricane ever hit in New York? Oh, okay. It's a good question. You know, my study is not so fond of past events, but more of current and future events. So my knowledge of history of old hurricanes is pretty bad. Unless it's like one that everybody knows about, like Katrina or those. I know more about those. Let's see here. Wow. Mike S came in, yeah. Goodness. Let's see. Let me look. Janice says, I do not have Venmo, but how do I donate? There's a little dollar icon there in the chat. If you click on that, that's a super chat, so it'll highlight your message and stuff. But like I said, you don't have to donate, seriously. It's much appreciated, but like I said, it's about the information, not the money. Okay, yeah. So they on the right hand side. Let's actually bring up the satellite imagery real quickly. So yeah, they just flew into it, obviously. And on the right hand side, it's not as strong, but that left hand side is a little suspicious. I feel like, I honestly kind of feel like, though, it was more of a really long, extended wind gusts. Because, I mean, if you look at what the, here. Yeah, if you look at what overall it says, this is for 10 seconds. You know, surface winds for 10 seconds. A gust can last over 10 seconds. Gusts can usually last about 20 seconds or under. But that just could have been a really big gust that they got measuring up to 155. So it doesn't mean it's always sustained, but wow. Let's see here. Bone Mama again with another one. Thank you so much, Bone Mama. You were super nice. Very, very generous. Very supportive. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Bone Mama says, thank you. I enjoy this. You're very welcome. Thank you so much, though, for all the support. Very sweet of you. I hope you know you don't have to do that, guys. Like I said, donations is kind of a bonus. Like I said, I don't ever rely on them. look at above me. All Bone Mama, Bone Mama, Bone Mama, Bone Mama. Every single one of them. You got the leaderboard, that's for sure. But once again, thank you so much. And let's see, Keenan is now a new member. All right, welcome. Let's see here. Let's see. Janice says Sandy. Sandy was a bad storm. I remember Sandy because I lived in Virginia at the time. But anyways, yeah, here's the latest spaghetti models, guys. Once again, this thing is forecasted to pull up to the north because, like I said, the stronger winds are expected to roll through. I am going to wait till the pressure comes through. Once that pressure comes through, or we get an update. No update yet. Once we get that pressure reading, guys, then I'm going to head off for tonight. Because we've almost been live for 2 hours, and I am whooped. I am absolutely exhausted. So, I'm going to be heading off here probably within the next 10, 15 minutes or so. Or just whenever this thing updates in general. Yeah, they're past that. Did they do any drop-ons? They did. They did. See 6. Northwest eye wall here. 955 millibars. Wow. North-northwest at 134 knots. Holy cow. Let's see here. JD Variety, thank you, dude. Coming in with $1 super chat. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Much, much appreciated. Much love to you, man. Thank you so much for that. But pressure, yeah, that's not. Remember, that's not in the eye. That's in the eye wall, which the pressure is not the lowest in the eye wall. Okay, remember that. The pressure is the lowest inside of the eye, the middle of the eye. So just keep that one in mind, okay? See, I had the Mama's party. Yep. So now you're up on the leaderboard. Let's see. Oh, what? Hold on. Training mission? Are they flying as well? There's another mission out there. Yeah, there's literally another mission. I don't know if they're going to fly into it. It's a training mission, so I doubt they'll just throw the trainees straight into a massive hurricane. They might fly around it to gather some information on it. Let's see. Hutman, dude, with a $5 super chat saying weakest hurricane in Key Soda. Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks, bro. Thank you. Appreciate that. Coming in clutch with the $5 donation, man. Thank you so much, Hutman. But yeah, no, it is the weakest hurricane in Key Soda. Only some people will get that. Let's see. No new update. There is no new update yet, so that'll probably come out here very soon. Let's see, why do I have so many of these open? I need to, yeah. So yeah, they're obviously past it now. They're obviously past the eye wall now, overall. Let's see here. Jesse! Coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Jesse, you absolutely rock. Saying good job, Andrew. Thank you so much, Jesse. You guys are super sweet. Obviously, my man Hutman, he's a good friend of mine. Hutman, thank you so much, dude. Let's see here. Jesse, thank you so much. JD, all of you guys who donated. I'll make sure to give you guys a big thank you at the end of the live stream like we always do. Like I said, guys, please know that that's not a mandatory thing. You guys do not have to donate. I hope you know that. Okay. We're gonna hop you guys back over here to the main screen. So once again, here's the latest cone. The last one we have the one we have right now. Like I said, this thing's forecasted according to the Hurricane Center to become a Cat 5 by 2 a.m. Like I said, I am very confident this thing's already a Cat 5. You know, I am like I would literally put like $100,000 down that I don't have. I would literally do that. Because I'm sure that this thing's a Cat 5 right now. I mean, from what we pulled out of the Recon, it's crazy. Crazy. Hutman says, I wish I could donate more. No, dude, it's fine. Like I said, it's not about the amount, man. It's just a thought that counts, you know. But thank you, dude, once again, Hut. Much appreciated, man. Yeah. It looks like we got some, let's see, we got some buoys out here around the system, you know, for the most part. You can see, but there's not really in the direct center. So this could provide some valuable information in the future, hopefully. Okay, new update came through. Let's see here. Did they... Any drops on readings? Nope. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if they got one in the eye or not. Yeah, they're almost in the southeastern quadrant now. They're basically doing a big hourglass. That's basically what they do. Is they started off in the bottom, went to the northeast, obviously went through the eye once, scanned the northeastern quadrant, tracked west, tracked south, southeast, went through the eye again just recently, and then now they're in the southeast quadrant of the hurricane. So, yeah, let's see here. Bone Mama at it again. Are you serious? Bone Mama, you do not have to do this. I hope you know that. Trying to take the leaderboard back. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see here. JD. Yeah, thank all of you guys so much. Y'all are very sweet. We love you guys. D says hi. What's up, D? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Did they have another song? Oh, they have another one. 8. Marker 8. I think that's still in the eye wall though. They say it's in the eye, but I think that was in the eye wall. No, it's probably in the eye because it has pretty low relative humidity. Wow, 930 millibars. Look at that, 930. Yep, that's lower. It's dropped literally 6 millibars from their last run into the eye wall or into the eye. So that would make this thing. Yeah, no, it's a beast. 930 millibars, guys. Still unsure of the. I guess we're gonna get an update at 10, right? Let's see. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, the pressure cuts off there. Pressure cut off on the main fly through from the Recon. The pressure we got was from those the drop sondes. Let's see here. Where does the storm look like it's going, says Rebecca. So the models are very consistent. They're very, they've been very consistent for the last little bit. From now until the next, pretty much the next 4 or 5 days or so, this thing's going to continue to the northwest. Yeah, pretty much like the 3 or 4 day mark, actually. So basically from now until 3 or 4 days from now, continue to the northwest here overall. And then this thing's going to be pulling its way up here to the north more. Yeah, overall more here to the north in general. Like I said, obviously, folks out there towards Bermuda should watch this, and the eastern side of, obviously the eastern U.S. still got to monitor this here, overall in general. Let's see here, 9:30 past my bedtime. 930 millibars, 930s. Oh my gosh. 930 millibars mean it's 9:30 is my bedtime. Let's see here. Jesse coming in again with another $10 super chat. Jesse, why are you doing this? I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Jesse, big shout out goes to you for the love and the support. Thank you so much. So see, since I have missed this morning's live stream, Jesse, you do not have to do that. That is very sweet of you. I really appreciate it, Jesse. Big thank you. That is super sweet of you. Super sweet of you. Thank you so much. Y'all give Jesse a big thank you in the chat. That is super sweet of you. Big thank you. We love you, Jesse. Let's see. All right, we're actually gonna go over the models again, y'all. Shoot, I'm almost been live for 2 hours. Dolphin says Cat 5. Yeah, more than likely it is. Anyways, let's go and hop back over here. We're going to go to North Atlantic. So, let's see here. So, yeah, once again, the GFS continues, has this thing tracking northwest here, y'all. Let's see here. Yeah, it continues tracking to the northwest. Like I said, it gets that northern kick to it as we get some stronger, atmospheric winds. So we get some stronger atmospheric winds that pushes to the northeast overall. And whenever it comes to it, obviously this thing passes right between Bermuda and basically the eastern coast. And then it goes up near the northeast, which, like I said, obviously we can't tell that too far out Yeah, we can't go that far out, particularly. Like I said, right now, basically from the point here to when it starts moving north, that's about all we can confirm is the most likely probability, because of that, you know, that strong jet stream motion we get going right over Florida. Like I said, that definitely should help out keeping this thing away from Florida. Is the strong jet that's gonna be rolling through. Let's see here. Bone Mama says, Andrew, you're amazing. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. We love y'all. The latest advisory is in about an hour. Oh, is it 11 o'clock? Yeah, I'm not going to make it to that. Yeah, last update. So, yep. I guess they're only doing updates every 6 hours now, right? Because last update was, let's see, that's at 7. But last official update from Lee was at 5. Yeah, was it 5 o'clock overall? Eastern time, or AST. Yeah, no, this next update, guys, is going to be crazy. I can already assure you that. Let's see. We're going to update this. Yeah, so that flyby, obviously, like I said, we had it over... right at like 157 knots according to that first flyby. Like I said, once again, I think that is probably, like I said, wind gusts that lasted over 10 seconds. Probably was right around 155 knots, which is still a very nasty wind gust of, like I said, well, that's not. So yeah, nearly, it was actually more towards 157 actually. So right around 80. Isn't AST an hour ahead? Nope. Let's see here. Hi, we live in Connecticut. What's the chances the storm's gonna hit us at all? Says Jason. Like I said, the odds, you know, right now are just unknown. We just don't know. It's something we can't rule out as a possibility. I mean, yes, there is still a chance it could come close to the U.S. Northeast. It could make landfall in the Northeast. Yes, it's still a possibility, but it's also very possible as well that this thing could just remain away from the U.S. East Coast. We just don't know. That's the thing, is that we just don't know. I cannot give you an answer for that right now. If I wish I could, I wish I could. If I could, I would, but I mean, like I said, the storm's like right in here, and by the time it reaches here, it's gonna be 4 days from now, and it's gonna have at least another couple days by the time it reaches even near that area. So we're talking at least, like, you know, 8+ days away. So it's a little hard to tell. Let's see here. Yeah, 180 gusts. Yeah. So, you know, honestly, my estimate right now is it's probably over 160. So we're probably talking 160 sustained with gusts up to 180. That's my guess. That's just what I think is going on right now. From the information we got, I'm thinking 160 sustained with gusts up to 180. Shoot. I mean, regardless, this is a beast. Absolutely a beast. Let's see here. 12 Zulu. So here's the European model. The European has it getting right next to the northeast coast, actually impacting Maine. Once again, this is very far down in time, though, too. Remember that. For September 16th, which is, like I said, 9 days away. 9 days away. A lot can change. Let's see here. Mary! Member for 1 month, Category 1 Club. Thank you so much, Mary. Greatly appreciate it. Says, good night. Do not know why this is happening. Yeah, honestly, I don't either. Weather's been crazy recently. But, Mary, thank you so much for the support. Greatly appreciated. See, when it's closer, the models can change. Yes. Yeah, they will. They will certainly change. See, beach erosion. Depending on if it makes... Depends on the strength, the speed, and if it makes landfall. How accurately can you predict the location of the high-pressure system for over a week from now? Well, this high-pressure ridge is pretty large. It's a lot easier to say that it's going to be there versus not. I mean, you can see the size of this high pressure is pretty massive in comparison to the hurricane. It's been there in the models for a while now. It has. And it seems like a very good possibility. Let's see here. But yeah, no, it's a little uncertain that far out. See, I know it looked like Hugo did. Thought the same thing. Yeah, let's. So you can't really compare past events because there's different atmospheric conditions for those events, different high positions, different high pressure positions, different low pressure positions, different low pressure, high pressure, strength. There's never ever gonna be the exact same conditions to happen exactly the same. I mean, even down to the microscopic scale, there's no way the environment's gonna ever be the same again. I mean, yeah, that's that. Let's see here, Outer Banks here as well. Yeah, like I said, obviously we'll just have to monitor it. Let's say it's possible it could work its way up to the northeast, but just a lot of questions right now. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, Jesse! Coming in with a $20 super chat now. Are you serious? Jesse saying last one tonight. Jesse, you do not have to do this. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Holy cow. Jesse, thank you from the bottom of my heart for the support that you've given us. That is super sweet of you. That is very, very generous. We love you, Jesse. Thank you seriously so much from the bottom of my heart. That really means a lot, and that really helps out a lot too. Thank you, Jesse, so much for that. That is amazing. Much love to you, Jesse. Thank you. Thank you so much. Y'all, please give Jesse a big thank you in the chat, so we greatly appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Once again, Jesse, thank you so much. Yep, there you go. Pressure down to, let's see here, down to 930. The first run, you can see, yep. So the first time they ran through it, it was 936. Then they went up through the hourglass, came back down. And the second time they measured it. So that's a 6 millibar drop. 6 millibar drop. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a big drop. Alright, well guys, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a stream here for tonight. Yeah, we've been live over 2 hours now, so I think it's time. I got to get me some sleep, y'all. I'm running on fumes at this moment. Like I said, I've been up since 5 a.m. this morning, so a little tired. Been up for like, what, 17 hours. So I've been up for a while. I think I need to get some sleep, need to prepare. We're going to do another live stream tomorrow morning, guys, and tomorrow evening. Once again, we're doing 2 tropical weather updates a day, 2 tropical weather live streams a day. We're doing 1 in the morning whenever I wake up, in a reasonable time. Not like I'm gonna stop doing it like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll probably do it towards like 11, 12 o'clock or so, maybe towards noon, and then we'll do another one in the evening at some point, just whenever I can. Yeah, probably sometime around the same time today, probably around 8 o'clock or so, what I'm thinking, tomorrow evening. And I'm going to try to get that winter forecast done for you guys. The tropics have been getting in my way. Like I said, the tropics have been getting in my way. I was working on, before Idalia, or whatever you pronounce it, before that system hit, I was planning on getting that done by the 31st, and then it hit, and I was after. And then, of course, we have this guy we're tracking. So, like I said, I'm trying, y'all. I'm definitely trying. Let's see here. All right, y'all have a great night. Good night, everybody. I got to give a big thank you to our donators once again. Let's go ahead and head over here. I got to say a special thanks to our supporters here for today. Let's see here. First of all, we had Jenny. Thank you so much, Jenny. We had Crystal. We had Cream Karn. We have a lot of membership supports coming through from Bone Mama. We had JD's Variety. We had Hutman. We have Jesse with the really big support today. Thank you so much, Jesse. We had Mary coming up the membership. And let's see here. We also had some lovely support. Let's see. I'm going to pull it up here. We had some lovely support here as well. Let's see if it'll load. Coming from Ariana. Thank you so much once again for supporting us on Venmo. Greatly appreciated. So thank you so much, Ariana. Once again, Ariana, Jesse, Mary, Bone Mama, Hutman, JD, let's see here, Cream Karn, Crystal, and Jenny. Thank you guys so much for helping out today. You guys absolutely rock. We love y'all. And thank every single one of you guys for joining and hanging out with us tonight. If you've not already, please consider subscribing. Leave a like. Be greatly appreciated. And all right, well, you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Once again, we'll keep you guys updated in terms of what we can, what we'll be seeing with this tropical system. Like I said, we'll keep you guys in the loop. We'll keep you guys up to date and everything like that. So, like I said, y'all don't worry. No reason to panic. Like I said, obviously, we don't know if this thing's going to make landfall yet or not in the U.S. There's some models saying yes, some models saying no. There's no reason to absolutely panic right now. Like I said, there's no reason to panic in general. So don't freak out. Just take a deep breath. It'll be okay, guys. We'll get through this together. Like I said, we'll obviously be tracking this thing, day by day, and we'll learn more about it each day. Okay. But all right. Well, you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. The stream is going to head off here in approximately 2 minutes. So if you guys have anything you want to go ahead and say to your friends, family, anybody in the chat, you want to go ahead and say goodbye to, the timer is now counting down for 2 minutes, and the stream will be offline. But all right. Well, once again, big shout out goes to Ariana. Once again, Jesse, Mary, let's see here, Bone Mama as well, Hutman, JD, let's see here, Cream Karn, Crystal, and Jenny. Thank you guys once again. We love y'all. And we love every single one of you guys for hanging out here and just, being a part of this amazing community. We love you guys, every single one of y'all. Y'all matter, and we'll catch you guys here later on tomorrow. All right, guys, y'all take care, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out, my friends. See you then.